Varios de los canales de hinchas de Liverpool siguen analizando la posible salida de Lucho Díaz porque parece que se va al Bayern Múnich. Todavía siguen rumores, todo eso, que el Bayern Múnich va a hacer una tercera oferta, que van a dar 80 millones. La segunda oferta fue rechazada, fue de 67 millones de euros, ahora 80 millones, aunque Liverpool había dicho inicialmente que ellos quieren 100. Entonces los canales de hinchas están discutiendo todo eso y si se va o no se va, si les gusta que se vaya o no se vaya. Y esta semana hicieron una comparación con los jugadores que a ellos les gustaría ver reemplazar a Lucho Díaz. Ellos tienen la fantasía de tener a Rodrygo del Real Madrid. Que supuestamente Rodrygo había dicho de que le gustaría jugar en Liverpool, que Liverpool lo estaba buscando. Otros periodistas dicen que no, que eso no es verdad, que Liverpool nunca buscó a Rodrygo, no lo ha buscado. Pero ellos están con la fantasía porque ellos piensan que Rodrygo es mucho mejor que Lucho Díaz. Entonces este análisis es muy bueno porque en la comparación es Rodrygo, Lucho Díaz y Fofana, jugador del Olympique de Marsella, que es otro extremo izquierdo. Los comparan y el canal Copish se da cuenta, uno de ellos está haciendo un análisis, se da cuenta los buenos números, las estadísticas de Lucho son mejores que... Algunas tiene Rodrygo, lógicamente, pero las de Lucho son mejores. Y en general es mejor las estadísticas de él comparado con los otros dos. Y él como que se va sorprendiendo mientras va diciendo las cosas, aunque trata de disminuir lo positivo y resaltar lo de Rodrygo, todo eso se van a dar cuenta. Lo que quiero que vean es que al final él hace una conclusión toda rara, va a ser un voltearepas y yo también resalto una cosa que él dice, yo pongo una gráfica para que se den cuenta. Todo eso al final es impresionante. El último minuto es los hinchas de Liverpool. Bueno, los dejo con el video, espero les guste. Ya saben, suscríbanse al canal, denle like al video, el pulgarcito me ayuda mucho. Gracias por el apoyo al canal, especialmente en estos últimos días. Apoyo a mí. Muchos de ustedes saben que lo que me pasó, lo que nos pasó a nuestra familia. Muchas gracias por todos los mensajes. Yo ya estoy en mi base de operaciones, he regresado. Siempre ha sido difícil, ha sido unas semanas muy difíciles y quizás lo notan en mi cara, he bajado de peso, todo. Ahí vamos poco a poco, pero muchas gracias por sus mensajes, de verdad. Aprecio mucho eso, como les he dicho en estos videos. A los que no saben qué fue lo que pasó, yo hice un video hace unos días. Vayan a mi canal y pueden ver, hay un video claramente, ¿no? Que en la imagen del video se da cuenta cuál es más o menos el tema. Así que vayan, miren eso si quieren. Gracias a todos por sus mensajes, de verdad aprecio mucho esto, aprecio esta comunidad muchísimo. Me he dado cuenta que es una comunidad muy linda, llena de corazón. Así que de verdad, muchas gracias. Bueno, los dejo con el video, no hablo más. Espero les guste. Estoy tratando de preparar algo de Arias, el análisis que hizo un influencer sobre Arias, como haciendo una presentación a los hinchas de los Wolves. Un buen análisis, eso estoy preparando, pero disfruten esto, comenten, nos vemos muy pronto.
So in terms of games played, Díaz played the most games and obviously the most minutes and had the most starts. Díaz was actually subbed off the most times. Fofana was subbed on the most times. In terms of shots, Díaz had the most shots, then Rodrygo. Shot accuracy was actually Fofana, then Díaz, then Rodrygo. Shots on target was then Díaz. Shots blocked was Díaz. Winning goals was Díaz by 1. Goals was Díaz, 13. 7 with the right, 3 with the left. And then 3 headering. Conversion rate is actually Díaz as well. Open play passes, though, is Rodrygo. Assists is Rodrygo and Díaz, although Fofana's only 1 behind. Chances created is Díaz. Then it's Rodrygo, then Fofana. Passes attempted, though. This is insane. Passes attempted by Rodrygo, 990. Passes completed at 90. Passing accuracy, 90.91. That straight away screams out why Liverpool are looking at him. We know Arne Slot does not like to lose the ball. Crosses attempted, 81. Most crosses completed as well. However, the crossing accuracy goes to Díaz. Open play crosses, 5 for Rodrygo, 11 for Díaz, 20 from Fofana. Through balls, again, very low from all 3. Layoffs completed, forward passes, backwards passes, sideways passes, again, would be Rodrygo, considering he took the most amount of passes. Duels contested is Díaz, then Rodrygo. Tackles made is Díaz, then actually Fofana. Take-ons completed is Díaz, and then it is Rodrygo. Take-on success, though, is Rodrygo, and fouls won is Rodrygo. Ground duels contested, Díaz. 1 is Díaz, and Duels overall one is Luis Diaz. However, ground duel success is Rodrygo, then it's Fofana, then Diaz. Corners one is actually Fofana. Touches is Rodrygo. Ball recovery, again, Diaz. Again, slightly skewed here because he was playing in the false nine, and that is part of the false nine's job, but still excellent numbers there. Possession loss, though, was Diaz with the most and had so many offsides. Again, Rodrygo's going to have less offsides than the others because he's almost quote unquote the third attacker in the system. And Diaz was tackled more than anyone. Then it's Rodrygo, then it's Fofana. But you have to take in consideration Fofana played less games. Now, when you look at those stats, people straight away are going to be like, we might as well just keep Diaz. Diaz is better. The reason why I still don't buy into that notion, even though I'd like us to keep Luis Diaz, is that Rodrygo's younger. Rodrygo's playing at the highest level, and he's also playing out of position and getting those statistics. So if you put him in a team where he's playing in his right position, which is left wing, along with players that I think would be more catered to getting the best out of him, as well as him getting the best out of them, I think it's a marriage made in heaven, personally. Again, I want to reiterate, if we can keep Diaz, I'll be absolutely over the moon. However, if we are going to sell Diaz, which it looks like is going to happen, then for me, the best replacement available is absolutely Rodrygo. If we can sell Diaz and get the same and pay the same amount for Rodrygo, for me, it's a win-win situation, even though you're going to be paying Rodrygo a higher salary. But, you know, this is where it is, right? This is where it is. I don't see how he stays now. I think it will be the time to go. I don't think it's because he doesn't like being at the club. I think it's more a case of he wants a new contract with bump in pay, and he's not going to receive that. Therefore, I think it's in his best interest to move on. I do think the club maybe should have, in my opinion, given him a new contract. But again, if we're not going to, then it is what it is. It goes with my blessings. Diaz is someone, as I've always said, that always gave 100% for the badge and has been really good. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd love him to stay at the club. I think he'd give us an extra option and help us. But I think it makes sense for him to go to Bayern Munich. And look, as I said, if he does move, he goes to Bayern Munich with my blessings. Ty said Rodrygo not better than Diaz. Sideways move at best. Sideways for now, maybe. In the future, could be up here though. Look, I'm gonna go on a limb. I think Rodrygo in 2025 is a better winger than Luis Diaz in 2025. Don't think I think Luis Diaz is rubbish. He's not. I just think Rodrygo is better.